All right, folks, welcome back to NewsOne Now here on TV1. All right, and we always trying to help folks live their best life, trying to offer you some guidance in doing so. This is a new year, of course, and so my next guest, she says she has some answers for you. Of course, Sheri Riley, of course, she's been traveling around the country, motivational speaker, author as well, and so she talks about this idea of exponential living. Okay, that's her book. Stop spending 100% of your time on 10% of who you are. Sheri, how you doing?
I'm good, Roland. How you doing?
Okay, so when you say spending 100% of your time on 10% of who you are, what does that mean?
So many of us, especially as high achievers who know how to go after success, we narrow our lives down to this small 10%, and then we expect to have 100% of our fulfillment. So what I want to do is help others, like I helped myself, because I was a victim of it, is really learn how to live in that other 90%.
And so we say living that other 90%, what does that look like? I mean, how do we even ascertain that, to understand we're living in only 10%? How do we figure that out?
Well, it's most of us who are high achievers, we know it because we have these great careers or we have these great things going on in our lives where we're accomplished, but we know there's things that are missing. Some of us want to get married, some of us want to transition to other positions, some of us just want to get some of our time back. And what I found is my 9 principles of exponential living serve as the guide on how to get to that other 90%. Because at the end of the day, the key is to pursue peace, choose clarity, and live courageously. And when we do those 3 things, we can accomplish anything.
Okay, so somebody's sitting out there watching right now, and they're saying, okay, I got you. That sounds great. Where do I start?
Where do I start? Well, the first place to start is to recognize that you really do want to make the decision and have the courage to live outside of that norm that you currently have. I met a gentleman last night and he said, I know I'm unhappy, I know I've got this good career, but I'm too afraid. And so we have to first say, I'm going to look at that fear, hit it head on, and say, I'm going to jump outside of my norm. And then we have to make different decisions that will allow us to have different outcomes.
All right, then, and so if you're beginning a process to do this, and so what do you say? Do you spend 3 months, 6 months doing this self-assessment to go through this, and then so give folks a time frame, if you will.
Well, it's different for everybody. Well, the first step is to get my book. That's the first step, right? We got to have the information.
No, you're right. I mean, I understand getting the book, but again, there's still a time frame there because for some folks, it's different than others.
Right. And there really is no set time. But really what we have to do is make that decision to start. Because when we make the decision to start, then for some of us, it's the process is immediate because we made the decision and then we start making those changes. And then for some of us, we recognize that it's over time. But here's the big key, Roland. It's a lifestyle. That's the biggest thing, that it's a lifestyle. It's not a decision. It's not a choice that we make an end result. We reach an end result. But we recognize it's a lifestyle. Exponential living is a lifestyle of pursuing peace, choosing clarity, and living courageously so that we can make those decisions on a daily basis to recognize that the power of peace is what we're all pursuing. Because we get the money, we get the fame, we get the access, and then we realize that we're still empty. And when we pursue the peace first, then we can enjoy all the great accomplishments that we have.
All right, then. Folks, pull the book up, please, for our audience. The book is Exponential Living. All right, come on, let me see the graphic, please. That is Stop Spending 100% of Your Time on 10% of Who You Are by Sheri Riley, and the forward there is by Usher. Sheri, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Roland.
Kickstart your day at 7 and get the news you need from the perspective you want. NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Every weekday morning at 7 on TV1.